WWDC 26 is just around the corner, so in today's video, we will be going over some of the new rumored updates coming to iOS 27 and some features that I would like to see. Let's get into it. Like I said in the intro, WWDC 26 is just around the corner on June 8th. Apple recently sent out press invite, and we also got this new Swift logo animation, which is pretty cool. And along with that, we also got technically features revealed with iOS 27, which are new accessibility features. They didn't say iOS 27, but if it works like last year, they will be in iOS 27. And those new features are voiceover powered by Apple Intelligence. So basically, like, if you get a text from someone, you can ask voiceover like what the image is, and it will use Apple Intelligence to give you a audio description of that image. Or there's a ask voiceover feature where you can basically snapshot something in your real world and ask voiceover something about. So you can be like, where are my keys on the table? And it will give you an audio description of where they are. And this is all powered by Apple Intelligence, supposedly. There is also voice control with more natural language. So you can just be like, tap that orange folder, or just more natural and less specific, and it will get what you mean. And this is really interesting, seeing some of the new AI features. Now, my main thing is that I hope all of this is on device, and it would seem that it is, because none of this looks like it's going to be too intensive. And if it is on device, I'm all for it. I think this is a game changer for accessibility, and I still think Apple is on top for accessibility features. Along with that, we also got wheelchair control with the Vision Pro, which is honestly so amazing. I know the Vision Pro is so expensive and it gets a lot of hate and flack for it being a pointless, but you gotta give it credit where it's due. It literally uses eye movement to move your wheelchair, which is honestly just amazing. And overall, so far, since these are official iOS 27 features, they're looking really good. Another small thing along with that is a new battery icon change has been revealed by accident in here. So basically, they're changing the no percentage showing icon. Instead of having a outline with a percentage in it, it's just gonna be more unified with the percentage one, which is basically just the battery without the outline. Honestly, I kind of like this new design change. Some people don't. I do. And it makes more sense. It's basically literally just the percentage taken out instead of a whole different icon, and it does look more consistent. So those are our official iOS 27 features. But as it has been heavily rumored, iOS 27 is going to be a major, again, heavily rumored, just rumors, okay? But a major stability improvement update, which is going to be amazing, because if you've been online and even if you watch my iOS 26 long-term review, you will know that iOS 26 is horrendously buggy and is honestly unacceptable in some places. And like I said in my long-term review, it is the most buggy and unclean, whatever the world, public OS release that I have ever used from Apple. So I'm really hoping that this will be a iOS 12 moment where they just go and fix everything. So that's going to be very good. And the second major new feature that we are rumored to be seeing is a new Siri powered by Gemini. We had the announcement earlier this year, mainly just from Google because Apple's not going to say anything about it, that they are partnering officially to use Gemini for the new Siri. So we're expecting this to come with this new update. And after actually seeing this new Ask voiceover, kind of almost like Ask Siri, thing with the new iOS 27 accessibility features, I got inspired to actually make a iOS 27 concept based kind of off that design. So before we get into the the rest of the new Siri features and some other features that are rumored to be coming and that I'm hoping for, I'm going to show you my iOS 27 concept based on the new accessibility features and rumored features and my wishes for the OS. Here it is. So as you can see, the big focal point here is the new Siri powered by Gemini. Now, in my concept, it is definitely a different design. We're not exactly sure if it's just going to use the old design, which it honestly probably is, unfortunately. But there has been a lot of rumors that it will be a new design. So in my new design, I pulled from the new Ask voiceover and kind of the old Gemini UI into one. You have this glowing, kind of like the original Apple Intelligence, although I did change the color to make it more of this bright, glowing, kind of what we saw from the WW26 logo. And you'll see at the bottom, you'll get what you're dictating into it, and Siri will reply, and you'll have a little progress thing below its reply as it's doing your task, and then it will complete it. Overall, I would really like something like this UI. I think it could use some more work, but I think it's pretty good. We are also rumored to be getting a new Siri app, but I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want that because we already have Gemini app, we already have all those apps. I want it to be integrated into the system, and I think just having it kind of like what it is now is better. Now, I am not the biggest fan of AI, especially on cloud AI. I really only like on-device AI. And it seemed like when Apple first introduced Apple Intelligence, on-device AI was their main focus. And with the RAM shortage primarily caused by AI, I really hate cloud AI, and I also hate like generative AI and stuff like that. So what I'm hoping is that most of the new Siri 2.0 features will be able to run on device, and that it will only lightly have to tap into the cloud every once in a while. Now, in these demos, I've had it slightly doing agentic stuff, like in the first demo, it's finding an email from Tim and sending it to Craig, and then in the second one, it's finding a text and copying different things. But while I really will like that, and that's something I really want to see, I don't want them to go like fully into it, kind of like what Google did with Gemini Intelligence, where it literally can control your entire phone and order tickets for you. That's something that I do not want to see personally, and I don't think Apple has the power to do that yet, so they won't go too much into that. But overall, it would just be nice to actually have Siri answer and understand, what I mean, because most of the requests I ask Siri that it doesn't understand are not things that are agentic. It's just more advanced, lightly agentic, but not really actions that it can do. And of course, if this is all on device, which I think it will be, at least for the demos I made, it should be a lot more private. And also, it has been rumored that any Cloud Gemini stuff will be running on Apple's private cloud compute servers, which means it will be more private. Now, I am sure that there is going to be a ton more AI focused features in iOS 27. There's also even been more rumored new AI features since I recorded this video, but I recommend you go check out Apple Track's video because he shows off like all of the rumored features, but I just kind of focused on the main point and more of my wish list. Much more concepts for that because I didn't really have the time, and also I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do. One thing I'm kind of worried about is that they might play more into the generative effect. Maybe we'll just see some updates to that, but I honestly am not the big fan of that. Honestly, the only current generative feature that I'm okay with is Genmoji, because it's not really something that you could recreate. I mean, you could, but like something small enough where I don't feel like it's really doing anything to harm human creativity, but it could use an update, which has actually been rumored. But what I don't like is Image Playground, like generating these AI images of people and everything. Beyond the fact that they look absolutely awful, taking away human creativity, and I do not want to see that. In fact, I'd be happy if Apple just got rid of Image Playground, which unfortunately I don't see them doing, but that's what I would like. Alright, and the next thing that I am mostly wishlisting for, not necessarily rumored, is a clipboard and more utilitarian features or functions. A clipboard is something that I've been wanting for a really long time, and in my concept, like for instance, a WWDC 26 link, all you do is you tap down on it, and instead of bringing up the little menu with options, you'd have a button for those options, but then in the dynamic island, it would open up a drop zone for the clipboard. You just drop that link or whatever it is in there, and then it's in your clipboard. And you'd have different options for like how long it stores things, and there'd also be categories for that clipboard too. And then you could have a action button control. So as you can see in this demo in messages, I want to send this link in my clipboard, and I just click the action button, it opens the clipboard, and I can choose from that link or any other things that are saved in my clipboard, along with different categories to keep everything organized. I think that this would be really cool and would be a great addition. And along with that, I would also like to see more features like that. There are some features, utilitarian features from Android, just more control. I mean, there is still some utilitarian features that like Android doesn't have, like app locking, and I didn't even realize this. I just have to point this out. I didn't even realize that Android Auto didn't have widgets. I thought that's something I didn't even know CarPlay did. I rewatched WW25 and apparently they announced that last year, so just saying, Apple had it first. Just kidding. Along with this clipboard, another thing I would love to see is better multitasking. Maybe something kind of like a small split view or the bubbles thing on Android. And the bubbles thing I wouldn't really prefer because I only think it's more useful on a tablet, but I think something like that would be really cool. And something that I really hope we get is Stage Manager on iOS. Now, with the foldable iPhone coming, this would be the perfect time to introduce it. How it would work is you would simply plug your iPhone in via the USB-C port to an external monitor, and you just get Stage Manager / windowing mode, as it's called now, on your iPhone running on your external monitor. And Apple no longer has an excuse to say that the iPhone can't do this because we have the MacBook Neo, which is running on a phone chip from 2 years ago, running full macOS. So no excuses here, Apple. And that would be something that I think is really, really amazing. I mean, what if it even just booted up macOS? That would not happen, but it would be cool. And the reason why this would be the perfect timing is because then in September, when we have the big iPhone event and they announce the iPhone Fold, they can be like, and Stage Manager also works on the built-in internal display of the iPhone Fold. And it would just work so much. I mean, I honestly actually see this happening now that I talk about it. And honestly, my main wishlisted feature, if nothing came true, is just the stability. We already talked about this, but oh my goodness, please. I literally have so many iOS 26 bugs, not only reoccurring ones, but new ones. Like, for example, just recently I've been having an issue where silent mode isn't working, so I'll be in church and with silent mode on and do not disturb on, I get a notification and it pings. This also happened on my watch. Now it seems to have stopped, but that was really horrendous. There's also this weird bug where some of the toggles and settings have a glitched out animation, which is really weird. But honestly, if we get all these things, that's not even asking for a lot, I'd be happy. I'd honestly be happy if we didn't get AI and we just get that, but I would like to see the new on-device AI Siri. So that is my wish list and concept for iOS 27. And yeah, I'm looking forward to WWDC 26. I will have a recap video. I will be going out of town shortly after that, and I also have a feeling there's probably gonna be Nintendo Direct while I'm gone, which is gonna be horrendous, but I will cover once I'm back. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.